Okay, so now that we know more about the intangibles of the kitchen table, how to set it up, and all of those things, let's get into the actual presentation. So now your transition line, after you've made small talk, got to know the people a little bit more. If you have a trainee with you, you're going to say, so now Juan, tell me, what did Raquel say to be able to get us here together today?
Well, she said she's doing that training, that she needs some help for some licensing training that she's doing.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, Raquel, why don't you tell Juan what it is that you're so excited about here today? And now that's when the trainee will go into doing the 2 C's, which we talked about before, and then they'll tell a little bit of their personal story. You'll tell your personal story as well, which again, remember is where you were, where you're at, what you love about Primerica, and where you're going. And then we'll transition into the presentation.
Awesome.
So basically, one, there's a couple of reasons that we're here tonight. One, of course, is for Raquel to be able to get her training. So ask away any questions that you have. She's ready with a notebook, so anything that you ask, we're going to all work together here, getting Raquel trained.
Great.
The next reason is referrals. As you'll see, we do everything in Primerica through word of mouth. So as we go through, you might think of people who can benefit from what it is that we do that you'll be able to send Raquel's way. Next, we are a financial services firm, so we'd love to see if we can help you out and earn your business as well. And if not, that's okay. And then really the main reason that we're here, Juan, is because our company is on a major expansion right now. We're looking for people who might want to make an extra $1,000 to $1,500 a month part-time, or maybe consider a career change if the money was right. So I don't know, are you the kind of person who keeps your options open when it comes to making money?
Always.
Yeah, everyone does these days, right? Yeah.
Especially now,
Yeah, for sure. So we'll show you some things. And hey, again, if it's not for you, maybe you'll know of someone to be able to point Raquel's way. So have you ever heard of Primerica before?
No, never heard of it before.
Okay. Well, we are the largest financial services firm in North America. We've been around for 45 years. We're listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and we're able to do all of this without any kind of advertising, just all through word of mouth, exactly like how we're here today, just friends letting friends know, pretty cool, right?
Pretty cool,
yeah. So basically, what it is that we do is our mission is to be able to help families earn more income and become properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent. And that's what everybody wants, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure, right? I don't know of anyone who's like, no, I like my debt, or I don't need any more money right now. Exactly. So how we help people do that is by teaching people how money works so they can make an informed decision and take control of their finances. Because I don't know about you, but I was never taught anything about what to do with my money, right?
Me neither. No?
Yeah, no, you just kind of have to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And hope what you're doing is right. So what we do is we just teach people those concepts, and then we offer them a variety of products and services to be able to help them achieve their goals. So here are, some of the companies that partner with Primerica in order to offer what they have, to people like us, the middle class. So I don't know, do you recognize any of these companies?
Yes, it's some of them, like maybe in Lincoln when I'm watching football.
Right.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
A lot of sports stadiums here on the team. Yes. Yeah, for sure. So basically what we're able to do is bring the power of all of these companies right to somebody's kitchen table and find out, what's best for them and how can we achieve them, help them achieve their financial goals. And what we'll do is help put together the financial house, right? So for example, Juan, like you guys have a beautiful home here,
thank you.
right?
Thank you.
Yeah, and probably one of the first things you did when you bought it, right, is they have to check out what? That it has a good
foundation.
A foundation, yeah, right? Because hey, you've got a great kitchen, but if the foundation is bad, are you going to buy that house?
No way.
No, right? For sure. And it's the same thing when it comes to a financial plan. Now, the financial plan, the foundation of that plan is your income, right? Like that's what it is that pays for the house, that you have here, puts food on the table, all those things. So the way that we protect that to get a good foundation is through the right amount and kind of life insurance, because you can have the best plan to get out of debt, save for the future, and do all those things. But if something happens to you, God forbid, before all of that, does the rest of that plan matter? No, right? Because it's your income that takes care of all those things. So from there, we help people budget, get an emergency fund and a will, help them pay off their debt, save for retirement, their kids' college savings, and then other goals and dreams as well. So, and then what we ask people is on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how would you rate your desire to be properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent?
I would say 10.
10, yeah, right. What do you think most people say?
Yeah, 10.
10. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Right. So picture being able to help people in an area that, 10 out of 10 people want a 10, right? On
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
those things. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right. So here's an example of one of those plans that we can put together
Okay.
for people. We call it a financial needs analysis or an FNA. But basically what we do is we find out where people are, ask them where they want to go, and then give them a game plan to get
Okay.
there. So for example, this family, they have $100,000 of life insurance on each of them, paying $225 a month, supposed to have 76,000 of like this cash value at age 65. Now, I don't know if you know much about the different kinds of life insurance at all, or if you know what kind you have outside of work.
I hear sometimes about whole life and stuff like that, but I don't know much about it.
You don't know a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So now at this point, if somebody has insurance already, you might have a little bit more of a conversation here at this point. This is where we're finding out, do they have insurance? What do they know about it? What are they open to hearing about? So we might have a little bit of a discussion here about, the differences between term and cash value. If they say that they don't have any, we're just kind of be like, oh, you don't have any life insurance, and say, well, don't worry, we'll help you get the right kind from the beginning. So we don't have to go into too many details about that if that's not something that applies to them. So, so then we'll go back over and we'll say, okay, well, what we were able to do is help them get $250,000 in coverage on each of them for just $80 a month. So do you even have to know much about different kinds of life insurance to know which of those is better?
No,
right? Crazy, right? If you
Yeah.
show people, oh, you can have 2.5 times the coverage for a third of the cost, do you think they'd want to do that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, for sure. Then we took a look at their retirement. They had 20,000 in an IRA at a bank, earning 1.5%, adding $100 a month to it. So at age 65, they'd have about 80,000. So what we were able to do was show them how to roll that over into mutual funds where they'd get a higher rate of return.
Okay.
And then this money that we freed up for them up here, we showed them, hey, you're already spending it, right? So why not pay that to yourself and your family? So now at a 9% rate of return, your family would have $755,000. So now if you have $755,000, would you want to pay for $250,000 of life insurance anymore?
No,
right? Your family would probably be okay, right?
Yeah.
If you only left them that $755,000. So that's basically what we do on is we literally show people, how to have hundreds of thousands of dollars more with the same money that they're already spending. So now, do you have any questions so far?
No, everything is stuff, it's really good.
Yeah, pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's what we do for people, which is great. And everyone's going to love Raquel, right? I mean, she's really going to be helping everyone out and doing some good things for them, right? Yeah, for sure. But luckily, we do get paid very well to be able to do it. So for example, right, if you showed 10 people who are at A that they could move to B, how many do you think would want to switch?
Most of them, I think.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you would hope so,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So even if only a couple of them did, so now this last page, right, there's a lot of numbers on here. And so we don't want to get people like paralysis by analysis. So we're just going to bottom line these things on this page. So even just helping out, say, one family like this a month, and on your own schedule, part-time, that's about $400, to be able to do that. So you help
For
out
an hour?
for an hour or two of work. Yeah, not bad, right? How long does it take most people to make that kind of money?
It's almost a week I have to work for that.
Yeah, crazy, right? So hey, help out one family a month, that's $400 a month, one family a week, $400 a week. So now I know we're just here, to do Raquel a favor, but let me ask you if you and your family right now are making an extra like $1,000 to $1,500 a month part-time, what would you do with it?
I would take more vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, save some of that money and go vacation and stuff. Yeah.
Where would you go?
I would say, well, in the long term, maybe if I'm making that money, if you could put 1,000 away, maybe go to Greece.
Oh, nice. Okay. Have you ever been there before?
Not yet.
No, but it's on your list.
The list, yeah.
Yeah, nice. For any sort of special occasion?
No, it just seems nice. It's
a
place that you see and you want to go.
Yeah. Nice. I love that. Now, one thing you will notice is because we just talked a lot about saving money and doing the right thing with your money, that a lot of people will say, oh, I'd save it. So it's our job, right? So it's our job to say, okay, save part of it,
so they will pay my bills.
Right. Exactly. So we want to say, okay, all that stuff is paid, right? All your money is saved. Now, what fun stuff are you doing with the extra, right?
Yes.
Exactly. We want to find out what's important to them. People aren't motivated by paying their bills as much as they tell us they are. They're not.
Yeah.
So great. So that's just part-time. But now what's even better is the chance to be able to leverage your time through others. So now let me ask you one. With what it is that you do now, have you ever trained somebody at your job before?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. And do you get paid extra when they show up and do a good job?
Nah, I actually lose money because when I'm training somebody and I'm making much money.
Yeah, right. You're
Yeah.
getting behind on what you got to do, right? Yeah. But wouldn't it be cool if you did get paid
Yeah,
when they,
yeah,
pretty
of
cool.
course.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how it works here. When you can teach somebody how to do what you know how to do. And of
Mhm.
course, it takes time and effort to do that, but
Yes.
eventually they can do things on their own, right? Eventually Raquel's going to be out, doing this on her own and all of that stuff. And now when she goes out and helps a family,
Mhm.
I'm going to make money too. So do you think I want her to do well here?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So let's just say that so as a regional vice president, right, you have your own office that you're running. That's $100,000 a year, right? Like, let's just say one that you're the vice president and I'm the district leader here,
Okay.
helping someone out part-time. And you teach me how to do everything. And I go out and I help a family. And I call you up and I say, Juan, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I just made $400 in an hour. I've never made $400 in an hour before. Thank you so much. And you say, way to go, Brianna. If you can help one, you can help 1,000, great job. And you hang up the phone and you didn't even have to be there. And the company paid you $500 for doing it. So now how many people do you want me to help?
A lot,
right?
Yeah.
So now picture, right, having 10 people out there just helping out one family a month before you even get to work. That's 5,000 a month before you even do anything yourself, right? Crazy. So now let me ask you one. If you were making, say, like $15,000, $20,000 a month without working for it, what would you spend your time doing?
That's a good question. Well, I don't have to pay my bills anymore, so I don't even say. Yeah, I don't know. I love traveling, maybe help out in the community, give out to my family, give back to our family and stuff like that.
Yeah. Any sort of charities and community things that you like the most, or?
Yeah, maybe help out some of the kids, family kids need some parental, like a figure and stuff like that, do something like that.
Yeah. Perfect. Would you still live here? Would you have maybe a second home somewhere else?
Well, my wife loved the hot weather, so we'd be somewhere in the south or outside the United States.
Yeah. Nice. Awesome. Well, great. So now the transition, right? So we kind of finished that, let them dream as much as they want to dream and do that. And now we're going to say, well, thank you so much for your time here today, Juan. Really appreciate it. I know Raquel got a lot out of it as well. I'd love to be able to return the favor and see if we can help you achieve some of those goals, that you were talking about yourself. So let me ask you which part, and now we're going to flip back to the page with the house on it. And we're going to say, now, which part of this house did you feel would benefit you the most to be able to learn some more about?
Well, when you were talking about the foundation, I don't have any insurance in place.
Okay.
And I also want to get out of debt.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So we can definitely put together a plan like that for you. And then you'll, whatever you're transitioning to after this point, if you're pulling out the FNA, if all they want is life insurance and you're just closing them, you're just going to pull out, your FNA and say, great, we can definitely get that started for you. When's your birthday? And then you just transition into everything.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks.
Awesome.